Britain's vote to leave the European Union brought a relatively small group of protesters onto the streets of London. Some carried placards showing support for migrants, one of the key issues in the run-up to the referendum on EU membership. The protesters rallied outside the headquarters of media mogul Rupert Murdoch's UK operations. Murdoch's newspapers, The Sun and The Times, came out in support of Britain's exit from the EU. His Sunday Times backed the Stay In campaign. In Scotland, where a significant majority voted to remain in the bloc, there was also a backlash. The Leave vote has ignited calls for a second referendum on Scottish independence. The head of the Scottish government says it's democratically unacceptable for it to be dragged out of the EU.
Now that Brexit is over, what's next for Europe? How about Nexit or Frexit? That's what nationalist leaders from the Netherlands and France are calling their own hoped-for referendums to leave the 28-nation European bloc. France's far-right Marine Le Pen calls Britain's historic vote a rebirth and hopes it'll boost her Eurosceptic agenda at home, where she's a frontrunner in next year's presidential election. Right-wing and anti-immigrant parties in Denmark, Sweden, Spain, Austria and Germany are stepping up the pressure to hold their own votes to exit the bloc or drop its currency. Britain's vote has populist Eurosceptic parties across the continent fired up and prompted some in the bloc to call it a warning sign of things to come.
Yeah.